Hi guys, Darth here with a Star Wars SH Figuarts figure review of the SH Figuarts Anakin Skywalker from Revenge of the Sith. This is a figure that was relatively recently released. A figure that I've liked the look of, but I wasn't expecting to get it all. But I was looking on Reddit one day and someone shared that a website called Nippon Yasan had a pretty decent sale on for this figure, and it was a pretty decent sale. Even for converting to Canadian dollars, so I had to jump on it, and I'm really glad I did, because this is a really good figure. I know the Black Series is re-releasing their Anakin Skywalker with new face print technology in their archive line at some point next year, but I'm really happy I got this one, because this one's definitely going to be way better than that one. So this is not my first SHF figure. I don't have very many, but this is not my first one, but it is my first Star Wars one, and I'm really impressed with it. And I'm really happy to finally have Anakin in the 1/12 scale. I've been missing that in my collection for a while. I've been wanting the Black Series one, but now I got this one, and I'm really happy about it. And one thing that's really great is the head sculpt. I don't think the likeness is like 100%, but I think it's still a really good Anakin-looking face. And this is not the only face he comes with. We will talk more about those later. But this is the one he comes packaged with. He's got a very stern look going on, a semi-angry sort of look going on. My camera's definitely not doing it justice, but it looks really good. The eyes are really clean and everything looks really nice. The hair is pretty good too for the most part. My only real issue with it is that the hair that's not part of the faceplate is like a slightly lighter brown than the hair on the faceplates. And at certain angles, the crease from where the faceplate attaches to the actual head is a bit apparent, but it's not too bad. The rest of the outfit's really cool. This is my favorite look for Anakin, the Episode 3 look. And it's really cool. You got the darker tunic and robes going on. The belt looks really good with multiple silver and bronze paint apps. And some brown pouches right there. The space around the shoulders is a pliable plastic, so it doesn't hinder as much articulation. And the lower robes are also a very pliable plastic, which is really good. You also just have some brown pants on, nothing too much to talk about there, but they're nicely sculpted. And you have the boots, which are a bit glossy. They're nice brown, which looks pretty good as well. The proportions also look really great on this figure. I don't have too many complaints where it comes to that. I think overall it's just a really fantastic looking figure. Even the joints, the shoulder joints, the elbow joints are a little noticeable, to put it bluntly. They are, to a degree, a bit of an eyesore, but it's not too bad. In terms of articulation, this is where SH Figuarts really like to put a lot of their focus into articulation. You got like the ball joint at the neck, base, top of the neck as well as the base of the neck, so you can have them looking really far down, have them looking quite far up. You can pivot the head just a little bit. It's not too crazy, and you can rotate it, so that's pretty good. You get a lot of motion there. You got the ball joint in the shoulder. They can tend to come out a little bit, which is a bit unfortunate, but they go about there without popping them out. You also get a butterfly joint that moves inwards, not crazy amount, but it does move inwards a bit, which is good. And there is some rotation there as well. Actually, there's a lot of rotation. And you also have those SH Figuarts elbow joints. They move in about that far, which isn't too bad at all. And you can rotate them just a bit, not too crazy. You also got ball hinges at the wrists, which can go up and down or in and out depending on how you rotate the joint, so that's pretty cool. And one thing I like too is that on some other SHF Figuarts the Joker SHF, I have his hands pop off really easily. This one does not, so I really like that. He also has the ball joint in the waist. You can really bend him back, you can crunch him forward a decent amount, you can pivot him quite a bit, and you can rotate it. It's quite squeaky when you rotate it, but that does happen. The hips, you can pull them down to get more articulation. They spread out pretty good, kick forward pretty good, and back a bit, but that one just popped off. So if you move the joints a bit too far, they'll pop off a bit, but they don't break, so that's good. And they also rotate. You also got the bend at the knee. It's about just slightly past 90. It's not too insane. And then you got movement up the ankle, down the ankle, decent pivot, and you also have a toe bend, which is actually pretty substantial. So that's pretty cool as well. So pretty good articulation, not like amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech articulation or anything like that, but it's pretty good articulation while still maintaining most of the aesthetic of the figure. In In terms of accessories, he comes with a decent amount of stuff, though my one maybe biggest gripe is that he could have came with more, I suppose. First of which, he does come with his hand options, so you do have the two fisted hands right there. You also get on for each side a pair of open hands, like force gesturing hands, which is pretty cool. I'll show one of them. I'm not going to show both, but I will show one. You can interchange the hands pretty easily. And there. There you can have him using the force or whatever, so that's pretty cool. I think that looks pretty good. You also get a pair of gripping hands. Interestingly, the normal human flesh gripping hand is just a normal gripping hand. The right gripping hand also is molded in the force choke hand, which I didn't notice when I first opened up the figure. But yeah, it also doubles as his force choke hand, so I will show that one as well. You can put this hand on, and then you can put that arm down. You can have him force choking his wife, so yeah, pretty cool. Who doesn't like doing that? Probably a lot of people. And then you also get his weapons, so you get an unlit lightsaber hilt, which has a really nice mold and paint. I like it a lot. Nice bronze paint apps on it in black. And has a peg there, you can just peg it onto his belt. It pegs in nice and securely, it's not going to fall off or anything. It looks pretty good. Of course, you also get his lit lightsaber. You've got a nice vibrant blue blade. And you've got, again, the hilt there looking pretty good. And you can grip it in either of his gripping hands securely. It's easy to get into the hand, and they hold it really well. It can be a slightly bit of a challenge to get him in a two-handed pose that actually looks good, but you can do it if you play around with it enough. So, yeah, you do get that, so that's awesome as well. And then lastly, probably the best part about this figure is the multiple faceplates. You get 2 extra faceplates with this one. Not including this one, so including this one, it's 3. Be a little finicky getting the faceplates off, especially because I don't have fingernails, but it's doable. And I just pop the head off, but you can pop that back on, like so. So yeah, it looks pretty friggin' scary without his face on. So you can take off his face, you get 2 other faces, the first of which is his angry yelling face, and I've seen a lot of people saying they don't like how this looks. It looks better in person. It's one of those faces that looks better in person, and I mean, it's him supposed to be really emotional and angry. He's not supposed to look good, if you know what I mean. I still think it's probably my least favorite head out of the faces you get, but I think it looks pretty good, especially in different poses, and not just screaming like I hate you, but just in like action poses. It works really well for those. So then you can slide that on. There you go. You can have him doing the thing. I think it looks pretty good. I know not everyone thinks that, but I think it's pretty cool. And then lastly is my favorite faceplate to give him. And that is his dark side Sith Eyes head. This is my favorite faceplate to give old Anakin. Because, for multiple reasons, one, I just like the look. I always like the look of dark side Anakin. I think it looks really cool. And this is when he is fully Darth Vader, aside from the fact not having the suit. And I think the Sith Eyes look really, really good. They're really vibrant and look fantastic. And I also think out of all the faceplates, this is the face that looks the most like Hayden Christensen. I think the likeness on the Sith Eyes looks really, really good, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I really like it a lot. Very evil and menacing. Absolutely love that. Lastly, I'll do some quick size comparisons. First of which, with another SHF, one of my only other SHFs here is the SHF Dark Knight Joker, Joker's about the same size, so I think that scales pretty good. There's some Black Series here he is with his master, Obi-Wan Kenobi. This figure does not complement this figure nicely because it's just not nearly as good, even though I don't hate it. It's still kind of cool to pose them together and do whatever. They look kind of cool together, despite this one not being on the same league at all. Sorry about that. And lastly, here he is with his partner in crime in the Clone Wars. Here is Captain Rex Black Series. This one does look way better with this SHF. They fit a lot better together. And I think that looks really cool, and they scale really well. So overall, I think this SHF Anakin is a really good SHF Star Wars figure. I find with the SHF Star Wars figures that they're very hit and miss. They either are really great or they're just eh. I think this one is really great. Like I said before, I think it should have came with a few more accessories. It would have been nice to get a few more hand options, and a Jedi cloak would have been really appreciated with this figure because it would have went really well with the Sith Eyes face, but not a huge deal overall. Great articulation, great mold, great paint, good accessories. I think it's the best 1/12 scale Anakin Skywalker you can currently get. Probably one of the best Anakin Skywalker figures you can get in general outside of like Hot Toys. So overall, I think if you're looking to get a really good Anakin Skywalker figure at this scale, I'd highly recommend picking this one up. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and may the Force be with you.